Hey Summers!
Hi everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and an original house design in my town, Sims Landing. Actually, this is something that we have already done a video of. It's my child daycare center, but for this video I've remodeled it and expanded it because with the Baby Steps update we got a lot of new stuff for babies and toddlers, and the original child daycare center I had was running out of room and things were getting really crowded. And also, the original video that we did for this was one of the very first videos that we did on our channel, and it had, like, really bad audio because we didn't have a good microphone, and we were still getting to learn how to edit videos properly, and so yeah, it's time for an update.
And the big thing I can see before you click is now we're on 2 stories as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
And don't you think that front there and that front there looks like a little face?
Yeah, you're right.
The 2 windows.
Yeah.
And a mouth at the bottom.
You're right.
You didn't do that on purpose?
No, I didn't. Okay. So actually this daycare center is on the mainland near the swimming center and the 2 schools. I thought that was a good place to have a child daycare center. And you might have seen that there are 12 Sims on the property, and the way I did that was with a baby glitch. It does not work anymore as far as I know, so unfortunately I can't further explain how to do it. At least now with the Baby Steps update, you can whistle babies over to different properties, so if you have a daycare center in your own town, you can easily move babies around and yeah. So basically, the bottom is very similar to the original video, the original property, because a lot of the walls and floors are from the limited time Easter event, and once you get rid of a room with the Easter themed wallpaper or floor, you can't get it back. It's not actually in the home store, so I couldn't move or delete any of the rooms down here because I would have lost the special Easter themed wallpaper and floor. So yeah, basically the setup is very similar to what it was originally. What you get in the front here are swing sets and tricycles for the toddlers. In here is an entryway. I think I've changed some of the layout. I've changed some of the doors as well. And on this side, you've got both a toddler play area and a baby play area. So you've got, yeah, things like the railroads and the toddler play mat and dollhouse.
And the cooking set.
Yeah, the brand new cooking sets. And
the baby on the xylophone.
Yes.
There's a lot of kids being very, very busy in there.
Yeah, I specifically set them up so that I could show off some of the items in the daycare center. On this side is the eating area, so I've made this I've tried to make the rooms have more particular uses because I think the original property was very kind of slapdash, everything. I just kind of fit in what I could where I could, but this time I tried to go with themes for the rooms. So this is the eating area, and these are the Neo-Tokyo table and chairs for the toddlers to eat at, and then these are the high chairs for the babies to eat at. And I also put in like a tea set here and the cooking play set here because I figured some of the toddlers would want to pretend that they're cooking as well. And I've got a couple of these live teddy bears here. Before you guys ask, these come from a Christmas event which we had, or a holidays event which we had just last year. It was a limited time event as well, so currently you can't get these available in the game, but hopefully they'll come back. Then in the back here, there is a hallway, and off of that hallway you've got 2 bathrooms, one for boys and one for girls. I had to set the bathrooms up this way because in order to have a toddler use the bathtub to take a bath, you need basically the entire space around the tub free. So I needed big bathrooms in order to make that work. On one side over here is the sleeping area for the babies, so it's got lots of cribs and also a rocking chair and sofa. Sofa is unlocked by completing the In Stitches seniors hobby, I think maybe the second time through. And then over here is the toddler sleeping area. So that just has a bunch of beds for boys and girls and a rocking chair next to a bookcase in case the owner of the daycare wants to read them to sleep. Then you take the rainbow-themed escalator up, And this is now the new upstairs of the daycare center. So immediately after getting off of the escalator, you find yourself in this hallway. And this is the office for the owner of the daycare center. Off of this side here is sort of like an education center. That's why I've got books and also these blackboards so the toddlers can start learning some stuff.
Wow.
Well,
that's harsh. Maybe it's like quiet. It's a quiet room.
It's not harsh. You gotta start teaching toddlers something, right?
Yeah, how to like dance in a circle and fall over. That's all I did.
Don't worry, there's more fun stuff. So that room opens onto this small hallway here, which then has the upstairs bathroom. And on the other side, this is more of a play area for them. They can learn art. So this...
Oh, here goes. Yeah, this answers my question.
Yeah. So after you complete the finger painting hobby for toddlers for the first time, you then get an additional 2 finger painting easels available in your town. So 3 total, 3 maximum for the whole town. So I put 2 of them here. They've got blackboards on either side in case they want to use those just for fun rather than learning. And you've also got these tables where they can sit and maybe play with like Play-Doh or something.
Yeah, and I like how you put some of the pictures you get from the finger painting hobby around the room.
Yes. After your toddler finishes doing one of the paintings, you can then have an adult place that painting in inventory, and then it'll show up in your decorations tab of your inventory, and then you can put them anywhere on the walls.
And these are all Latin Villa
Oh, yes. Yeah, the windows are all from the Latin Villa. I actually haven't had a lot of use for Latin Villa windows in my town. I just feel like they're very specific. You know, they look a certain way and they have a very specific atmosphere about them. And I thought, because they're curved like this and have a little bit of color, they would be fun for the daycare center. So the way you get these is by buying the Latin Villa and then putting the windows in your inventory. They're not available to buy in the home store currently, unfortunately. Also, this art room has these Neo-Tokyo counters with a sink so that the toddlers can go ahead and wash up here, and also maybe this is where they store their art supplies. Mm-hmm. So then this has a small hallway down to this room, which I meant to be just a kind of storage room or pantry area. I'm not sure, I might make it something else later, but for now I figured it would be a good place for that kind of thing. So also accessible from the hallway is this outdoor area. What I wanted when I was building the second floor was to have an outdoor area that was also very enclosed and protected. So what I did was I built this balcony and then just extended the building rooms around it so that basically this is enclosed and very safe. And I made the blue flooring with breakdancing mats, which are unlocked with the rug collection after you complete the Dance to Remember quest, I think, in the time limit. So the play area then has room for a couple of pools, couple of sand pits, couple of doll houses, and then there's also this little bit, which is actually under a roof. It's a room, but it's open to the balcony area with these open doorways, and it just has room for extra indoor toys like the pop-up bookshelf and the cooking sets and the tea sets. And don't know if you've noticed, but over here on either side of the balcony area, I've got basically all these windows, and the office of the daycare center here also is wall-to-wall glass doors, so that basically all the office person would have to do is just look out and they'd be able to supervise what's going on in the outside. So yeah, that is the child daycare center. Oh, and I wanted to point out, by the way, some of you guys have asked us in other videos before what this is. This is the surfer van, which is unlocked after you complete the surfer hobby collection. And I figured that made sense for a daycare center to have a van to put everybody in if they're going on field trips and stuff.
I think the second floor addition works really, really well.
Yeah.
I love that outdoor space and kind of the mix of indoor-outdoor.
Yeah.
And I think, I know it took you a long time to work out how to do it, but where you put the escalator, Yeah, it just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the remodeling, as I said, was difficult just because I couldn't move any of these rooms or delete any of these rooms, so it did require a little bit of fiddling around and trying to figure out where was the best place for this escalator. But I don't know, I think it came out okay. And it's been a fun update, this Baby Steps update, with all the new stuff. And I like having a bigger daycare center, which has room for more space and more functions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tour of the remodeled child daycare center. Please feel free to let us know in the comments what you think. And if you're new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more Sims FreePlay content coming.
Thanks for watching.